Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So last year I created a paid YouTube member community, and on this community I speak about investment. What is it that I'm buying, selling, what type of investments I'm making. I give a lot of information around finance on this paid community. Now within a few months people appreciated it and this community grew to 10,000 strong members. Now if you do the math, I'll be making a good amount of money through this side project of mine. So I'll be making more than 1.5 crore through these paid community. Now I'm in the process of launching an app and doing a bunch of other things with this community. Now, I'm not telling you this story from the viewpoint that, you know what, I'm like so great, I've built like another income stream, look at me. No, I simply want to outline the story that irrespective of whatever primarily we are doing, we can always work on some side project which could allow us to build good source of income. So on today's video, I'm going to discuss with you 6 such side projects that you can create. And if you utilize your time well over the weekends, or if you create additional time during the day that you come from office in the evening and work 2-3 hours, then by working on these 5 or 6 ideas, you will be able to make additional source of income. Now, this is an extremely important video because these days it is becoming much easier to make money rather than to save money. Now you'll say that, Akshat, so many people are getting fired, a lot of bad stuff is happening in the economy, job market, and you're saying it's easy to make money. Well, I'm not saying that it is easy to make money for everyone, but if you are hardworking, if you're sincere, if you're willing to learn new things, and on top of that, if you get the right set of knowledge on top of all these things, then there is a very good probability that you will be able to convert a lot of your time into good side incomes. So that is the spirit with which I'm shooting this video. Now, of course, if you're making additional money, you will have to pay taxes on it. So that is where taxbuddy, the sponsors of today's video, come into the picture. Now, taxbuddy.com is an assisted tax compliance platform. It allows you to optimize your taxes, especially if you are looking at the month of February and March. It becomes extremely important for you to optimize your taxes and start taking steps now, because whatever tax planning you will do on these 2 months, it is going to translate into eventually how much taxes you are going to pay. So from that spirit, do check out taxbuddy, and you can use my reference code which will give you 25% off on their services. This is a special offer that they are running for our audiences. So with that said, let me start speaking about, from practical experiences, 6 good ideas which you can utilize and make money from, and there are a few that I will be experimenting with as well. So the first key idea that you can utilize is that you can use ChatGPT like tools in order to create a lot of content and make money from it. How exactly can you do it? Please stay back and listen to this part. Very, very important, because now you might be wondering, yaar, mere ko technology nahi aati, I don't know technology. How will I use ChatGPT? No, let me show it to you, and let me begin the story by talking about this particular book. So take a look at this particular book, and this book roughly did a sale of 1.5 CR. How did I get that number? Let me very quickly explain. So this book has roughly 4,000 ratings. Now everyone who purchases this book would not be giving it ratings. So the total number of sales at least would have been 8,000 for this book. Now, if you multiply that with the selling price, which is 180 rupees, that translates to 1.5 CR in sales. And this book was launched somewhere in 2019. So almost every year, this is making 50 lakh rupees of revenue. Now you'll say that, yaar, what does this have to do with ChatGPT and why are you talking about books? Okay, so let me delve deeper into it. Now, very few people will show you this. So please understand the theme of this book. So this book is on Panchatantra and kids story. So speaking from personal experience, I have a 3-year-old son and I tell him a lot of stories. So it's not as if that very hi-fi stories need to be told which are brilliantly written. If you write like basic stuff only and tell them, or include a lot of graphics, pictures, etc., then it becomes like a good story to tell a kid. So this is how we consume stories as a kid. So to cut the long story short, writing these type of books is not hyper complicated. So now, where does ChatGPT come into the picture? Let me explain that by taking you to ChatGPT. So in case you're not aware what ChatGPT is, you need to simply go on Google and type OpenAI. And then here you will get ChatGPT option. So please click on that and then press try ChatGPT. And this window will open, or you will have to do a sign up, that link it to your email and complete that vagera sign up process. And this is the tab where you will reach. Now you will be wondering, yaar, I also want to write such a book which gives me 1.5 crore in revenues. Can I do that? But I have no background in writing. How can ChatGPT help you? Okay, it can help you a lot. And let me write the Panchatantra stories using like ChatGPT. So the critical thing that you need to understand about ChatGPT is that you need to be smart in terms of the type of questions that you want to ask ChatGPT. If you are asking the right set of questions, you will get very refined response from this artificial intelligence tool. Don't worry about understanding the technology. understand the application and money side of it. So that is what I'm trying to teach you through this plain example. So here, if you simply type the statement that write the chapters for a kid story from Panchatantra, press the enter, and then ChatGPT will start writing this entire story for you. So now here is the list of chapters that you will get, and they have beautifully headlined the entire thing. Now you'll say, yaar, ye to koi bhi likh lega, right? I mean, if it is so easy to write a book, why can't every person write it? Well, because ChatGPT is new, it is helping you write it. So anyways, let me take you back to that book and go and read the index of this book. So what you will see is that, okay, these are the type of stories that you're getting here, right? And what did ChatGPT give us? Again, it gave like something similar only, right? They have defined the theme. They have defined the theme of the stories. Now, if you were to write this book, what is the next step that you need to do? So step 1 was that you have created chapters. Step 2 is that you need to detail out the chapters. So again, go on ChatGPT and pick a story. So let's say that we are picking chapter 1, the lion and the mouse story. This is a general theme that you have got. Now you cannot just simply copy paste it. You have to refine the story a little bit. So what is it that you need to do on ChatGPT? So you need to detail things out. For example, ask this question, the lion and the mouse story in ancient India. Why ancient India? Because we are trying to relate it to Panchatantra. So you'll get a good theme here, right? And then I asked question number 2, the lion and mouse, where the mouse made friends and saved the lion. So I'm giving themes to ChatGPT. Again, I got like another detailed story. Then I asked a more nuanced question, that write a detailed story on why mouse and lion should be friends that I can tell to my 3-year-old son. So I get like another variant of that story. Now what I need to do as a normal human being, I need to mix and match these stories, and I have my chapter 1 ready. Now I keep on doing it for 10 more chapters and I have my complete book. Now, in order to refine the book, there are 2-3 things that you can do, because now you can just simply copy paste all these stories on a Word, use a little bit of brain, refine it, and you have the entire book ready in 10 to 15 days. Okay, so this is part A. Part B is that you need to do illustrations. Now, illustration simply means that if you're telling a mouse and a lion story, then you need to have some graphical representation if you're telling it to a kid. Now, what is it that you need to do there? So you have 2 options. One is that you go on a website called as Canva, the muft free website. You don't need to do much, and create some graphics, pick some graphics from there and use it in your book. If you say that, okay, you know what, I don't know this, let me hire a illustrator and hire some person who can do designs for me, you can definitely do that. No problem. So your book is ready now. Part A is done. Now comes selling the book part. Okay, so here I will tell you the Bangalore model. Now in Bangalore these days, if you go, so I was at Churchgate and I saw an author who released some romantic novel. He was standing with a placard in his hand and he said that, you know what, I'm the author of this book. Come and speak with me and please buy my book. And I asked him that how many copies are you able to sell using this strategy? So he's told me that, you know what, within a month he has sold roughly 2,500 copies of his book, which is not bad at all. So if you are able to hustle, you are able to build a little bit of distribution. If you have online distribution, then of course you will be able to sell a lot. Now I'm not trying to portray the point that writing a book and selling it is very easy. All I'm simply trying to tell you is that, you know what, it's not as if it is extremely difficult to write a book using ChatGPT, and also it is not extremely difficult to go and sell that book. This can be done. This is the message that I'm trying to convey. So this is literally the first key strategy that you can use in order to create a side project. If you think that this is doable and if you agree with my strategy, please consider liking and supporting this channel. So please like this video, please subscribe to this channel, because it would allow these type of videos to reach out, make people more financially free, and actually portray the fact that, you know what, by working a little bit hard, you will be able to make money, you will be able to gain control of your time and gain more financial independence. That is the message with which I'm shooting this video. There are a lot of naysayers in the world. I'm trying to show some positive picture. So whatever help I'll be receiving from you, it would be deeply appreciated. So I hope this first strategy is clear. Related points here would be that these days you can use ChatGPT in order to generate your LinkedIn post. Then are you also generating your LinkedIn content using ChatGPT? The answer is no, I do not do that, because I'm writing highly niche content. But going forward, I would not be surprised that a lot of content creators start using ChatGPT in order to automate content creation as well. The second key point is that these days, even big CEOs, big leadership of Fortune 500 companies, all of those leadership teams are getting quite active on LinkedIn. They see value in terms of building their personal brands. And what they do is that they hire copywriters or ghostwriters. For example, if you are the CEO of a very big company, now you don't have the time to show up on LinkedIn, write your post, all this stuff, right? So what this person will do is that they will find someone who is good at writing posts, and that person would write on CEO's behalf his or her LinkedIn post. So this is what is happening. An entire ghostwriting industry has surfaced, and a lot of hiring is also happening in this space. And there also you can use this ChatGPT method that I was talking about. So go and play around with this tool. This will allow you to make a lot of money in the process, be it through ghostwriting, be it through writing your own blogs, be it authoring books. So you you can go around and play with it. Now, while I can't comment how much exact money you are going to make, my assessment would be that depending on the frequency of your work, there is a very good chance that you will make in excess of 50,000 rupees, very, very sensibly speaking. And by not investing more than 4 to 5 hours of your time per week, sorting out these type of projects. Now, if you have been watching my YouTube videos, you already know that I'm living in Goa. I have already purchased 2 properties. One is a flat and one is a villa in Goa, in South Goa more specifically. And I'm the owner of that property. Now, I have a lot of work during the day. I cannot go and, change bed sheets, manage my Airbnb villa, do a bunch of stuff like customer service, whatnot, right? So for that, I have a rental manager. Now, rental manager is simply a person who helps me manage these properties. There is a lot of work associated in terms of running your Airbnb or short-term holiday rentals. Now, you all know that Goa is a very good place and people come for vacations and whatnot stuff. So these short-term holiday rental business here is quite booming. Now, rental managers, what they simply do is that they find people like me who are owning properties. They will say that, Akshat, I'll come and manage your villa and flat for you. And I'm going to pay you this fixed amount. So this is the first thing or first deal they can give me. The second deal that they can give me is that they can do a revenue split model. For example, they will take over my villa, they will sell it openly and they will share all the data with me. And whatever money we are making, there will be a split arrangement at the back end. Now, the job responsibilities of a rental manager is fairly simple. And it's not as if that if you are a rental manager, then you'll have to go and do a lot of work or every work yourself. Kya jhadu bhi hum hi lagayenge, khana bhi hum hi banayenge, bed sheet also we are going to change, customer check-in also we are going to do. No, that rental manager might be managing like 5 units. So that person also has a team. For example, that person might have a team of cleaners, that person might have a team of check-in people, whatnot, right? So that person would be running a team also. So if you are a rental manager, then the good thing is that you do not have inventory risk per se. That for example, you go rent my villa. If my villa is getting rented, cool. Otherwise, just end your contract in whatever stipulated time frame is there. So it's not as if that you have to make crores and crores of investment buying like flats, buying like villas, whatnot, right? So this is the good part about becoming a rental manager. So I personally know from my own experience, the person who manages my villa, he is currently managing like 10 properties in Goa. Similarly, I have met people who are here working as rental managers and they are managing like 50, 100 units also. So this is a very lucrative business, so to say. And this business can be scaled up very, very gently. So it's not as if that you need to quit your job, come to Goa and start like, becoming a rental manager. No, whichever city you are in, try to manage maybe like one property over the weekends, right? Take some listings from them, pay them fixed money for those listings. If you are sure that you will be able to rent them out. And if there is a little bit of tourism in your city, then definitely this is a model where you can experiment. Now comes the natural question, acha, rental manager ban gaye, kitna paisa banega, will I become like a crorepati? So let me set some expectations here. So just talking about my villa. So this is a video, you can go and check it out. You will understand more about the property. Now on this, I currently have sublet it at 81,000 rupees. So I do not pay Bijli ka bill, I do not pay any bill. I simply collect my 81,000 rupees of rent every single month from that Airbnb manager. And I had bought this villa somewhere around 2 crore rupees. Now think about it this way, that rental manager would be making some money, right? Otherwise, why would he or she be paying me 81,000 rupees? So I asked him point blank, how much money do you make? So he told me that, I'm making between 1.2 to 1.5 lakh monthly from doing this work with you, right? So by managing one villa, that person is able to make 50,000 rupees from my side. Now, if you're managing multiple properties, then of course, sky is the limit, but I'm just sharing these numbers for context so that you can set realistic expectations. So then comes the next question, ki, acha, we also want to become like rental managers. How do we go about it? What is it that we need to do right away? Okay, so first and foremost, you need to decide the location. So I will speak from Goa's experience because this is where I am. All you simply need to do is that you need to go to a particular well-gated society to begin with, right? And check if they allow Airbnb rentals to happen in that society. If that is the case, then you need to go and contact the owner. Tell them that, that I can manage this villa on your behalf for short-term rentals. Most of them will agree because the value proposition is fairly simple. Because यहाँ पे इतने सारे घर are absolute khali, right? So they are not doing anything with it. If you go to an owner and tell them that, you're not renting this villa anyways, give it to me. I will go and do short-term holiday rentals and we will start with this amount of money to begin with. Now, if you go and do this legwork with 50 to 60 people, I can guarantee it to you that you will be able to manage at least 3 or 4 villas, which is a very good subset of things to manage. Now comes the next step, that you have to build a team, you have to be responsible, you have to be sincere, you have to do check-in, you have to know a little bit of hospitality, whatnot, right? So now that I cannot help you. Now here your biggest concern will be कि यार एक बार villa rent पे ले लिया and we are trying to rent it out. How do we rent it out? How do we build distribution? Now good thing is that on booking.com and Airbnb, your villa gets rented out fairly easily. A lot of people with zero networking power, zero distribution power are doing this work entirely on Airbnb and booking.com. So they are able to build this distribution directly through this website. You need a little bit of understanding how to take pictures, upload it, and maintain like reviews and whatnot. But once you learn that basic stuff, you will be able to turn this into an income stream. So now you might say that, okay, I don't want to use ChatGPT. I'm not going to come to Goa, probably like for a vacation, but why would I live there? So is there something else that I can do? What is that one lucrative business that you can think of, which does not require like insane amount of skill and insane amount of investment, but I can still make money? Okay. So I would say electronics repair. Now, before you jump off, please listen to this, that these days we live in a very unpredictable job market. People from Google, people from Facebook, people from such big companies are getting fired, which is a very bad situation. Now you might say that, I had like such a great job. I unfortunately got fired. I'm not able to figure out what to do next. So in that situation where you are not aware what to do next and you are looking for a little bit of money right off the bat, doing electronics repair is one of the easiest things, because honestly, it will not take you more than 2 to 3 months to learn what is mobile repairing, how to do it, what is laptop repairing, how to do it. If you are a little bit of tech savvy, you can definitely do that. Now, how do I know it? So one of my commercial shops is in Gwalior and it has a mobile repairing business in it. So the person who runs it has rented it from me and he runs an electronics or mobile repairing shop. So I've asked all these questions to him. So his viewpoint was very simple. It does not take like insane amount of money, because honestly, you can start a mobile repairing shop from a very small shop to begin with. So the floor area is not very big. Therefore, the rent is also not very high in case you're just starting out. So that is one. Second key thing is that learning mobile repairing is not that complicated. You just have to do a basic course, or you can become an apprentice of a person who knows mobile repairing. Now, third good thing about this business is that this is a multi-utility business. Now, what is the meaning of multi-utility? For example, if someone is coming to you to get mobile repaired, now you can sell them a new mobile also, or you can sell them a mobile cover also, you can sell them a SIM also, you can sell them a recharge also. So bunch of different things can be done under that unit. Therefore, it becomes like a easy, profitable business, which does not require crazy amount of money or crazy amount of time to start. This is especially useful for people who have just lost their job or are just looking to get into that business building space and do not have a lucrative idea at this point. Now you might say, yaar, isme to bahut zyada kamai nahi hogi. How will I be able to make a lot of money? Will I even be able to sustain with this? You will be able to make a lot of money. Just to give you an estimate, even a small mobile repairing shop, if it is located in a very good locality, you will easily make 50,000 to 1 lakh rupee profits. Why? Because again, you will be selling multiple things, not just mobile or laptop repairing. Now you might say that, okay, maybe I'll try doing it, not try doing it. Okay, so then you can execute this fourth step, which is selling hobbies. Now, what is meant by selling hobbies? So almost all of us would be having some kind of hobby that we might be good at. For example, you might be very good at singing, dancing, giving guitar lessons, teaching taekwondo, etc. Now, the brilliant part these days is that there are a lot of live classes based platforms that are coming up. For example, if you teach yoga, all you simply need to do is that start talking about yoga on LinkedIn, and then you will be able to get some distribution via it. Distribution simply means that, okay, you know how to teach yoga, but how do you get the word out? So you start literally by LinkedIn. Second key point is that there are a lot of companies that run hobby oriented classes. For example, if you simply Google teacher jobs yoga online, then you will be directed to some companies. Now you can go and join those companies and start teaching live classes. Now, typically speaking, every live session, I'm just generalizing here, it can cost from 500 rupees all the way to 1500, 2000 rupees also. And there is good amount of money that you can make just by teaching your hobbies. Now you'll say, अच्छा कुछ offline distribution का idea दे सकते हो, right? If I don't want to teach this online, maybe I'm not very tech savvy. Definitely. So for example, I was just taking a look at my society only. So in society, there is like a society board in almost every society. Now, simply if you are willing to teach yoga, or if you are doing like some kind of summer session for kids, simply go and ask the society chairman that, can I put this pamphlet? I'm a yoga teacher, or I want to teach like drawing and craft. Then again, you can create like a small group class. And for those 2 months of summer holidays, you can make some money. So all these are basic things. It's not as if that you need to have like crazy amount of information or knowledge about tech or knowledge about business to make money, and there is good money making opportunity here. So again, think about it this way, that if you run your painting classes during summer vacations, then at least you will be able to reach out to 50 kids. Now imagine if you're good in terms of teaching drawing to 50 kids, and if you do it for 2 months, how much money you can make? You can easily charge between 500 to 1500 to 2000 rupees for that entire camp, and there is a lot of money to be made. So then comes the next option, which is a franchisee option. Now these days I'm taking a lot of look around Goa, and there are two brands that stand out. So one is called as Pastry Palace, one is called as Monginis, and what these brands typically do is that they have a franchisee model. So recently I spoke with one of my contacts who runs a Pastry Palace shop. So she told me that, you know what, I do not make items in this bakery, and I do not have to maintain logistics. Subah truck aata hai and it drops all the items that I'm selling, pastry, patty, this, that. I just sit in my shop and collect money whoever comes. And even this shop where I'm currently at, this is not something that I've bought. I'm simply rented it out. So in order to run these type of franchisee businesses like Monginis, Pastry Palace, all you simply need is that you need to go and rent out a place at a decent enough location. They will arrange all the logistics for you. You just simply have to run your shop. Now that is one of the simpler franchisee models that I can speak about. Now, of course, franchisees are of different types. They are different nature of these franchisees. The objective of this video is not for me to tell you how simple doing this business is, because of course it will get complicated. But these are some of the models that you can start taking a look at. How much money you would typically make? So as per my understanding, the person was making 50,000 rupee profit from that shop. Now, if you see it viable, this is definitely a side option that you could consider. So now comes the sixth option, which is to sell information. Now, what is the meaning of selling information? Well, this can be perceived in wide variety of ways, but let me show you one example and take a look at this Airbnb page. And what you will notice is that it has a section of organizing tours and organizing walks and organizing treks and organizing food tours, वगैरह. And people usually, when they are going on a vacation to Goa or Kerala, etc., you always want to experience that local culture. And the best way of experiencing that local culture is with local people. So for example, if you are living in Kerala and people are coming to Kerala to visit that city, then you can give them a tour of your city, and in the process you will be making some money. Now I have a friend in Goa who started doing this activity a couple of years back, and recently he has converted this activity into a full-time business. So what he did was that initially he used to show up on Airbnb, organize these type of tour, take people around. He collected like good information, built a good data set, made a lot of friends in the process. And now what he has done is that he has figured out that, you know what, in Goa log party karne aate hain, and party mein bahut maza aata hai. The tourists also want to come and do party in Goa. But unfortunately what happens is that they get like no access to kahan pe party ho rahi hai. We have like no clue. But people want to attend such parties. So he gives access to that information where party is happening, and you have to sign up for his app. So this is an interesting idea that, you know what, it just was literally born out of doing these type of tours into a full-fledged business. Now, of course, I'm not trying to dumb it down that, you know what, running any business is very easy. Of course, you will have to learn a wide variety of skills. You will have to keep improving with time. You will have to improve. You will have to innovate. No doubt about that. But the key message that I want to drive through this video is that, see, working on these side projects without keeping too much expectations is fun. It definitely involves making money. You are able to make a little bit of money, and it is not high pressure. For example, the 5 or 6 options that I discussed with you, you tell me in the comment box that how much investment would it require from your side to just simply go and experiment with any of these options. It would not require crazy amount of money. And I hope that all of you would appreciate the fact that, you know what, people are actually making money by executing all these ideas, and you can too. So that is the message with which I shot this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Do press the like button, and I will see you soon.